think you could get any hotter. What the hell you doing standing way over there? Why don't you bring that party on over here? Just talk to me, grab your drink and walk up to me, up to me. You might be everything that I need, but you gotta come talk to me, talk to me. Just talk to me. Maybe it might be a sin to tell you all the crazy things that I'm into. Don't get it twisted, boy, I'm still classy, but you'll never know if you never ask me. Baby, just talk to me, talk to me. Grab your drink and walk up to me, up to me. It might be everything that I need, but you gotta come talk to me, talk to me. I didn't get all dolled up just to look pretty. So get your fine self over here and get with me. Just talk to me, talk to me. Grab your drink and walk up to me, up to me. It might be everything that I need, but you gotta come talk to me, talk to me. Just talk to me, talk to me. Grab your drink and walk up to me, up to me. It might be everything that I need, but you gotta come talk to me, talk to me. Just talk to me. Come on over here. Just talk to me.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Are you ready? It's showtime. Please welcome Tim Kelly.
Did he tell you when you first met how he wanted to get to know your smile? Did he tell you as he sipped beer that he'd been here, but it had been a while? Did he tell you that night, oh, how your eyes shine like the stars? Next thing you know, you let yourself go, get wrapped in his arms. Did he tell you that he loves you? Did he say that you're the only one? Did he tell you that he needs you like a devil with a silver tongue? Did he whisper sweet nothings, making you love him, calling you baby? Did he tell you about me? Did he tell you about his hometown, about his home team, and the time they once stayed? Did he tell you about his old band and their big plans to go all the way? Did he turn on the charm, say you got his heart, make you believe it? Oh, sweep you off your feet till you're in so deep you couldn't see it. Did he tell you that he loves you? Did he say that you're the only one? Did he tell you that he needs you
was Alicia Cole. She is a great artist from north of the border in Canada. That is called Tell You, and before that, another great song called Talk to Me. I will be talking to one ugly cowboy from Toronto, Canada tonight. We will be interviewing for the 5th or 6th time. I've lost track. We've done a bunch of radio interviews, but it has been a while, so we'll be glad to have them on the program tonight. I was the first radio personality to ever play them on the radio. We're going to play them 3 times tonight, and then in hour number 2, another great radio interview scheduled with an artist by the name of Matt Soliday. You're going to love his music as well. Welcome to Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly, hosting the show. We are KICR Indie Country Radio. Add a .com to that. You'll find us on our website live every Thursday and Friday night at 7 p.m. Central Time from Branson, Missouri, the live entertainment capital of the world. We want to give a big shout out and thank you to all the radio stations that play this program. Great radio stations like KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, Country Road 58 from Germany, countryradio.musicbox4friends.com. They are from Belgium, devilscountryradio.com, radiotheking.be, WVMIradio.com, realradio.us. We are on downtheroadradio.com from Ireland, countrymusicexpress.co.uk, and our live radio player is on their website 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We thank them for that. We are on Bourbon Trail Radio, thechimpfm.com from Canada, countrythunder.com.au, that is from Australia, WFPNradio.org. We are also on Big Records World /radio. We thank all of our radio affiliates for playing the show and getting us out to over 200 countries around the world with New Country's Best. The third single from Alicia Cole has a video attached to it. It was added today to our TV channel. Check that out at ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.com. This is called All Good, brand new from Alicia Cole on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio.
You're trying to get it right. Your world just fell apart and you don't know why. It's all good. Broken like glass lying on the floor. So hard to put it back like it was before. It's all good. Sometimes there's nowhere to run, no place to hide. When it all goes wrong, you just gotta find that something right. There's a reason, there's a why now. Sometimes you don't see it till you slow down, and you can't let go when you're 10 feet off the ground. When it don't make sense, hard to understand, running out of hope cause it hurts so bad. Well, your tear-stained shirt is gonna dry out. It's gonna be all good. It's all good. Holding up the walls when there's nothing left. You don't need to break, you just need a breath. It's all good. Oh, it ain't bent or straight, it ain't black or white. There's a little color between those lines. It's all good. Oh, there's a reason, there's a why now. Sometimes you don't see it till you slow down, and you can't let go when you're 10 feet off the ground. When it don't make sense, hard to understand, running out of hope cause it hurts so bad. Well, your tear-stained shirt is gonna dry out. It's gonna be all good. It's all good. All good.
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
Yes, sir, no, ma'am. Open arms, folded hands. Holding doors, saying please. Every night at your knees. What's in front and not behind. Where you should and keep your mind. Make a phone call or two. Use the words I love you. It's the little things in life that mean the most. Not where you're from, what you got. It's who you are inside of what you do for everyone else, not just you. How you leave a place better than you found it. Walk through hell and not around the little things in life that mean the most. Take her hand, slow it down. Drive her right through your town. Have her on right around 10. Pretty guy, she climbs back in again. Take a walk down memory lane. Skipping rocks and casting cane. Riding right down an old back road. Little things, they make you grow. It's the little things in life that mean the most. Not where you're from, what you got or what you don't. It's who you are inside of what you do for everyone else, not just you. How you leave a place better than you found it. Walk through hell and not around the little things in life that mean the Learn more when you're at the bottom. Looking up now, you're on full throttle. Just know the answer's on at the bottom of a bottle. Look her in the eye when she says I do. Hold on to that moment, cause you know that you are ready for that beautiful sight when she's walking down the aisle all dressed in white. It's the little things in life that mean the most. Not where you're from, what you got or what you don't. It's the little things in life that make you who you are. The things we take for granted, like the story behind that scar. It's the boots on the ground, last time you take them out, kind of feel. It's the little things in life that are worth keeping. It's the little things in life that mean the most.
Song number 2.
Cracked my first can when I was 16, just to see how 21 felt. And high school was a blur, a couple names in a book, just collecting dust on a shelf. I rushed right out of that dead end town on a fast track through my life. Got a lot wrong back in those days, but there's one thing I'm gonna get right. Gonna take my time on it. Look into the mountains moon. We'll slow that clock, second hand down. Keep forever in right now. Every minute I got, girl, I will give to you. Gonna take my time on you. tired of the fast lane, only knowing first names, getting my damn heart broke. And I don't wanna look back, wonder why I didn't last. Baby, let me hold you close so I can take my time. Oh. Love you till the mountains grow. Slow that clock, take it hand down. Keep forever in right now. Every minute I got, girl, I will give to you. Gonna take my time on you. 'Cause I don't wanna be just another broke down picture frame. I just want your heart no matter how long it takes. Gonna take my time on you. Gonna love you till the mountains move. Slow that clock, take it hand down. Keep forever in right now. Every minute I got, girl, I will give to you. So my heart stops, here's what I'm gonna do. Take my time on you.
His name is Matt Gorman. He is a former contestant on American Idol just recently. That is called Time on You, and before that, a great tune called The Little Things. Well, it's the little things that make this program work, especially on Triple Play Thursday, playing 3 songs in a row from every artist on the program all show long. And throw in a couple of great radio interviews tonight, so you get to hear the stories behind the songs, and you've got a great 3-hour show. So if you're just now getting tuned in, sit back, relax, and find out what New Country's Best is all about. This next song from Matt Gorman is called Lake House. I need one of those on today's country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best. Let's go!
Got a Chevy truck packed to the max, 3 in the front, a 4 in the back, and we're making that sharp right turn off 55. It's a quarter mile down past Annie's store. She sells iced tea, lemonade, and more, but today we can't stop. Got a sunset to catch on the dials. It's summertime, that sun's still shining down. 7 p.m., taking shots of Crown, sipping on whatever we got in our hands. Take a walk to the lake, pass one around, waiting on mama's call to come back down. Just some good old buddies and pals at the lake house. Yeah, the parents leave, the girls walk, seeing that fire get started. The boys are faint-hearted 'cause them girls are walking around in them cut-off jeans. It's a small town, there ain't much to do, so the only obligation is to pour a few and kick back and relax. Listen to that cold ones as they crack. It's summertime, that sun's still shining down. 7 p.m., taking shots of Crown, sipping on whatever we got in our hands. Take a walk to the lake, pass one around, waiting on mama's call to come back down. Just some good old buddies and pals at the lake house. Yeah, the summer months, they only last for so long. And pretty soon we'll be packing and be long gone. But it's still summertime, that sun's still shining down. 7 p.m., taking shots of Crown, sipping on whatever we got. It's summertime, that sun's still shining down. 7 p.m., taking shots of Crown, sipping on whatever we got. In our hands, take a walk to the lake, pass one around, waiting on mama's call to come back down to some good old buddies and pals at the lake house.
You're listening to Triple Play Thursday on KICR Indie Country Radio.
Sheets, burn my clothes, burn my pillows, and still smell you on my skin. Tequila shots and lime, kiss some guy that I don't know, and still taste you on my lips. I could hit the club, tell the DJ turn it up, and still hear you breathing in my ear. Get a little numb so I don't feel your touch, but my body still thinks you're here. I just want you, I just want you, I just want you gone. What's it gonna take to break my heart away from this hold you have on me? Boy, you know I'll do anything. What's it gonna take? What's it gonna take? But you'd be there waiting for me in my dreams. I could go insane, lose my mind, lose myself, and never shake your memory. I'm dying to give you up, but you linger in my blood, and I can feel you in my veins. I just want you, I just want you, I just want you gone. What's it gonna take to break my heart away? I just want you gone. What's it gonna take to break my heart away from this hold you have on me? Boy, you know I'll do anything. What's it gonna take? What's it gonna tell me what's it gonna take? Burn my sheets, burn my clothes, burn my pillows, and still smell you on my skin.
Song number 2.
I took your ring and I pawned it. I took your picture and I burned it. I looked at your number and I erased it. If you had a heart, I'd break it. Found that little black dress and I took it down. Took all this lonely in a cab uptown. Ordered straight whiskey and I drank it. If you had a heart, I'd break it. I'd take all that steel and stone and turn it into flesh. danced all night. Kinda felt like you when I closed my eyes. I took our song, I told the band to play it. If you had a heart, I'd break it. I'd take all that steel and stone and turn it into flesh and bone. Goodbye would bring you to your knees. You'd be human just like me. You'd be sorry too and not just say it. If you had a heart, I'd break it. I'd take it, I'd break it, baby. If you had a heart, I'd break it.
You can check out the video to If You Had a Heart by Jillian Cardarelli on our TV channel, ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.com. And before that, another great song from her called What's It Gonna Take? Well, what's it gonna take to get you guys to listen to New Country's Best? Well, that's easy. All you got to do is push play on our live Spreaker radio player every Thursday and Friday night from Branson, Missouri, the live entertainment capital of the world. We've got some good live entertainment going on right now, and it's going to get even better. From Toronto, Canada, One Ugly Cowboy will be here next, right after this song. Jillian Cardarelli, her latest single is called Dropped. It just dropped not too recently, and here it is right now on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio. New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
Too bad you want me, too bad I don't think about you when I'm laying in my bed all alone. You're in pieces, baby, I'm not gonna try to put back together something I dropped. Too bad you're lonely, too bad I'm done with the same scene you're playing over and over. It's a rerun. Go find another to love you back where you started back before you lost the best you ever had. Like a bad habit, baby, I dropped you. Like a faded Friday night, I forgot you. You're going down, boy. Go hit the ground, boy. Don't expect me to catch you up here from the top. Why would I pick up something I dropped? Your bed is colder, you can't deny it. Messes
again. Her name is Jillian Cardarelli, and that song is called Dropped, and yes, it just recently dropped. And we get the new music first, ladies and gentlemen, around here, and we call it New Country's Best because that's truly what it is. Well, speaking of New Country's Best, these next group that I'm getting ready to interview, probably our 5th or 6th time, I've lost track, but it's been a while. So we've got Richard and Jane from One Ugly Cowboy, Toronto, Canada's Best, right here on the radio tonight. How are ya?
We are good. Hello, Missouri.
And we love you, Tim.
Right back at you. Love you too. And pleasure to play your music still to this day. I was the first radio DJ to ever play you on the air back in our Music Road radio days. But that's been a day or two. I think maybe 2014, 2015, something like that, we started spinning your music.
I think 2015, maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
Yep, something like that.
Hard to remember.
We've gotten a lot older and a lot wiser since then, haven't we?
Oh, I hope so.
That's
well,
we're trying.
The latter, anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you guys are fantastic, and a country rock band out of Toronto, Canada that you guys put together. And we just want to, if folks haven't ever heard any of our interviews that we've done, and they probably haven't because we keep this show fresh every Thursday and Friday. We got so much new music out there to play, but it's sure good to have you guys back. But you guys put this band together, and Jane, you've done a lot of different things, and you were an actress even in L.A. and Hollywood area in over 100 feature films. What made you want to do country music?
Well, you know what? Music has always been at the base of my heart and soul, and it was like acting too, but I don't know, I just keep getting pulled back into music. So I mean, I've been blessed to be able to do make a living as an actor, but at the bottom soul of what I want to do is sing. And it's when I hit the stage, Richard, what is it?
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
we just have a riot, man.
No,
Yeah.
well, the acting stuff is great. She's great at it. It was very successful. But in acting, she's doing what people want her to do, what the director wants, reads the script, all that kind of stuff. But in the band, it's all about Jane. She's number one on the call list. She calls the shots. She gets to sing what she wants. You know what I mean? It's a big difference.
Yep. I know exactly what you mean because that's what they call mainstream radio or FM radio. That's what it was for me. You couldn't play necessarily always what you wanted. You had a top 40 playlist to go by. You had commercials you had to play. And, you got some call-in requests and stuff like that you could squeeze into your program. But doing this kind of radio, I get to do what I want to do and play the kind of music that I want to play. And that's how we met to begin with. So it worked out.
That's feeling, eh?
Yeah, bingo. You just nailed it. Yep.
Yep. So, and that's what it is to me. It's all about the music. It ain't about money or marketing or any of that stuff. I pay to do what I do. I pay to do what I do on this program, and I love doing it. So.
You know what? I hear you. That's exactly where Richard and I are at. It's just, that's what pulled me and him into the music. It's just like, I just want to do.
Make ourselves happy.
Yeah. Follow your soul. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, you were fronting for various bands, including you did a tribute to Janis Joplin. That was awesome. And then you landed in Los Angeles and you started working with Jerry Tolman. Is that right? And from Crosby, Stills and Nash.
God. Yeah, Crosby, Stills and Nash. What a great guy, eh?
Yeah, real sweet guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were really blessed to fall into his lap and work with him for, I guess about a year.
Yeah, just about a year.
Yeah, and it was an incredible experience. And unfortunately, we ended up moving back to Canada.
Yeah, we had to get back to Vancouver. Funds got a little low, and unfortunately, he passed away shortly after that in a car accident.
Wow.
So that was kind of really sad.
Yeah.
He was a young man.
Yeah.
Wow, that is sad. Terrible. Now, are you guys originally from Toronto, Canada?
I'm sort of in the Toronto area. Jane, where are you from?
Oh my God, Tim! Oh my God, go ask Brenda where she's from.
she was from the kitchen. She was from the kitchen earlier. Now she's in the living room.
Okay, Brenda. God. I grew up out west. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Kelowna, BC. So, yeah, I mean, so, Richard, you just make sorry, guys. It's just, we're having a giggle moment at this end.
Hey, that's all right. I love it.
Oh, my God. Anyway, so we're both, we met in Toronto.
Yeah, back to Toronto. I lived out west for a while, and we came back to Toronto, and here we are, talking to Missouri.
There you go. And, Branson, Missouri, I ended up here after being in that nasty Joplin, Missouri tornado 11 years ago. Just a couple of weeks ago was the 11th anniversary of the Joplin tornado. And,
Wow.
I moved back to the Midwest after living in Oklahoma for 20 years, but that really developed my love for country music, was that 90s country that I used to listen to when I lived in Oklahoma. The Garth Brooks, the Toby Keith, Alan Jackson, all the stuff, George Strait. 60 number one hits. They were just actually here a week ago last Sunday in Springfield, Missouri, just north of us. So.
Oh, they're still playing?
They still are playing. They're back together again doing shows. Yep, they took about a 10-year hiatus from doing shows together, and then that just kind of like Garth Brooks, he took a little retirement off, and then he comes back and wins some Entertainer of the Year, CMA awards, that kind of thing. You know, he's Garth.
Yeah. Well, it's nice for him to go do a show and do all number one songs.
Yep, absolutely. And, you guys, we talked about off the air getting back out into performing because we talked about COVID being so rough in 2020, and it's spilled over into 2021 too. And we still got a little bit of it here, but things are opening up. Branson was a ghost town in 2021, so.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Oh, it just reeks, havoc on the world, not just in performers, obviously. Yeah.
Well, and you guys had a lot of, I think, stricter regulations as far as being able, having to quarantine and stuff up there in Canada. It lifted even later than we did here in the U.S. from what I've seen.
Yeah, I think we're a little more cautious here.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still wearing a mask when I go in the store.
It's become a habit now.
It's become a habit, and if I get struck down, I just don't want to deal with it. So even though we're vaxxed and stuff, but it's still just taking precautions because it is what it is, and the variants are out there. I don't know what they're doing.
Sneaking around. So
they're sneaking around. Well, I tell you one good thing that I talk about a lot of times that came out of it was that more artists got to be quarantined and writing songs. They spent more time doing that and then getting into maybe a studio and producing the music, because you're in that sound booth by yourself and doing your thing vocally and everything's getting mixed and mastered. And I think that's true of you guys too, isn't it, Richard? And you guys wrote a brand new album called Ride with the Wind.
Yeah, we did a lot of writing over those 2 years.
No, we actually did Ride with the Wind prior to...
Jane's talking.
Sorry, Tim. We released Ride with the Wind just before COVID hit.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay. My bad.
Yeah, which
just a couple of weeks or something.
Yeah, it was like Yeah, we had a great freaking premiere of the album at Seneca Queen Theater, and it was just a soft seater. It was a great show, and then 2 weeks later, it's zip. That's it. We're all sit down. But we do have a new single. Obviously, there's a lot of material Richard and I wrote between there, but our newest single is I Love What You Do, which we released just last March, 2022, which it just felt like the world needed a really silly tune.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Richard?
Silly? What the hell do you mean by
silly?
Oh, my God. Okay, Tim, big time silly. I love what you do, my poopy doopy do. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I love the song, and you guys actually put it out there on Facebook to, whatever the song should be titled, and I had a part in that, and I love what you do. So, because that's when I do radio, I love what I'm doing, and I thought, man, that's a perfect title. So you give us a little bit of say in that too. I love that.
Well, we appreciate that. Totally appreciate that, man. Yeah, it was one of those songs that it was kind of just needed to kind of get out there.
Just a silly little
silly song. I'm hoping Brenda calls you her poopy doopy doo.
She will after this. She
I want to meet Brenda.
she actually says hello to you guys in our live chat room. So hello to One Ugly Cowboy from Brenda.
Hey,
Oh, Brenda.
yay, Brenda!
She said you guys sound like a ton of fun. You are, absolutely. And yeah.
Oh, well, we hope to get our butts down to your neck of the woods, hey, Richard?
Yeah, one of these days.
Hey,
One of these days.
we are working on some things to try to make that happen. I definitely want to do that for not just Branson, Missouri, but for the whole Midwest country, part of the country. A lot of artists that I talk to have been all over the place, but have never played here in Springfield or Branson. And there's just some great venues, and I'm starting to find out about some great local talent around here too that I've been able to find and put on the radio and actually get out and meet these people. So.
Yay!
Yes, yeah. There's a lot of talented folks out there you never hear about.
Oh, there is, and that's why I love the indie country artists. They're just so humble. They haven't made it. They don't have a big head. They don't have a big budget. They just have a big passion for what they're doing, and a lot of them have a big talent too. And you guys are included in that. So yeah, that's why you're on the program. Yeah.
You totally rock, Tim. We so appreciate your support over the, what is it now, 7 years?
Something like that, yeah. And you guys have always had top-notch music. The liners that you make for me that I play on the program are even fully produced. I love that.
Yay!
Thank you.
Let us know if you need more.
Yeah, I could use a couple. I'm doing
You betcha.
I'm doing 2 specific shows now. This one tonight is called Triple Play Thursday, where every artist gets played 3 times in a row. I don't care if it's a male, female, cover band, or a band, whatever. And then New Music Friday. I do that show, and usually I get a lot of new music that hasn't even been put out to radio yet. Or not even released. They'll send it to me. Now, sometimes the artist will say, hey, can you hang on to it, until it is fully released. But others will be like, hey, if you want to spin it early and get some feedback, that's up to you. And I love when that happens because, we love to get the new music first.
You get a lot of submissions?
Yeah, I've got 3 email accounts and I can't hardly keep up. So,
right, yeah.
I'm getting them while I'm on the air on my live shows, and when it comes in that late, I use my laptop to do the show, so I don't check my email or anything on that. I'm running this program that puts it out over the air on my laptop, and so yeah, they got to wait till either tomorrow night if it's brand new that quick, or next week, So sometimes I have to hold them off for a week, but yeah, I get them daily.
But the cool thing is, Tim, is that you are doing what old school radio used to do, was just play good music.
Yeah.
Period. It has nothing to do with numbers. It has nothing to do with, well, I guess even social media. Yeah, well, I think our hats are off to you. I mean, I embrace every kind of radio, but I so embrace, because we're an indie artist, I embrace what you're doing.
Yeah, you're very accessible.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And, it's even gotten better since we've talked last, because I started a TV channel that I call kind of like CMT for the indie artists. We've got ICTV, which is Indie Country Television now. So, and you guys got a couple of videos on there. I went back into the archives and dug out some One Ugly Cowboy videos. So we've put you on there as well. So, Jane's an actor and a former actor, and getting to tell your story in a song in about 4 minutes is great on the radio, but when they actually get to visualize some of that and see what, kind of acting and what that story is about visually, I think that's really cool too. So we did both. We're radio and television now.
Thanks for that. Yeah, she spends a lot of time making the videos. She's does a hell of a job. It's not easy.
No, it isn't, and that's a process. I talk about it even making a song. Your song here I'm getting ready to play is 3 minutes and 25 seconds long, but so much more work goes into it than that.
Yeah, it's really crazy.
But it's fun.
It's fun.
It's fun.
It sure is. Well, you guys absolutely rock, and you're a great country rock band. When I first heard you, I was like, wow, okay. And then I push another song and listen to that some, and it's been such a great relationship. Everything you do is top notch.
And you know what, Tim? We're just going to keep staying in touch with you, because we so appreciate your energy, support, and your belief in our music. But most of all is the fact that you're listening to the music, not looking at the numbers.
Yeah.
That's everything. Thank you.
You're giving us a shot.
Exactly. And the program that I do, I don't get to... I do a 30-minute interview now twice on the show because I've had so many artists hit me up for that too. I've had to start double booking interviews just so they don't have to wait for months, to get on the program. And so we've got some time doing this, and I've got 2 hours of music and an hour worth of interviews. But there's just so much music out there. I can't even really do it justice. Hardly, I feel like, in that 2 hours of just playing straight music.
Isn't it nuts?
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
Amazing,
Yeah.
really.
So much talent out there.
It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, it is.
It is. And, I just played an artist that just made, he was on American Idol just not too long ago, and there's a lot of these talent competitions out there, like NBC's The Voice and different ones like that. We play a lot that were on Blake's team, and, they may not win, but that doesn't stop them. They still go out there and make this great original music that we get. And there's so much good stuff out there that these talent competitions only get, maybe a thousandth of what's out there, make the cut on those programs.
I know.
Yeah, it's astonishing how much is out there now.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, at what point, Jane and Richard, you're basically the songwriter, but you play guitar and all that for her. But at what point, Jane, did you decide that, hey, I want to sing? Or did somebody tell you have that voice that you should be singing? Because you sure do. I'll tell you right now. I think you're the Joan Jett of country radio.
I don't know. Richard and I have been, writing and working together for a long time, and I don't know. It's just like I said earlier. It's just been that thing that
Started with Carousel.
with what?
Carousel?
Oh, yeah. When I was a kid, I started out doing musical theater, so I've sort of straddled the.
Now she's on the dark side.
I started out. Yeah, now I'm on the dark side. So it's always been like music, acting, but then something just drew me. I actually remember, I think it was just like shortly after I graduated, the first thing I did was join a band. It was just like, it's what's been drawing me in my soul. So that's what I've been doing.
That's exactly what it is, and it's a God-given talent, and you have to feed that soul, don't you? So
I sure do. And the interesting thing was, Richard and I have been writing and playing together for a long time. And then we stepped away, when I was working a lot in film and television. And then we moved to Toronto, and it was just, let's form One Ugly Cowboy. And we started the band. And it was sort of that formation of the band that was just like what I needed to do at that point. Which really gave me the legs, the confidence as a performer, and it's just fed me heart-wise since then.
Yeah, that's awesome, and it has fed you well. I know financially, COVID and everything is loosening up. Hopefully enough where, and I know you guys are getting back out there. So it's a great thing when you can make a living doing what you love too, isn't it?
That's everything.
Yeah, it is. Totally. Well, let me ask you this. For folks that didn't hear the first interview, you mentioned the name of the band, One Ugly Cowboy, and I know Richard's told this many times to me and the folks that were listening to the previous programs, but how did you come up with the name of the band, One Ugly Cowboy?
Well, we were doing rehearsals before we started the band, right? So rehearsals are a grind at best. But anyway, there was one guy who came in and you can tell just as soon as they walk in the room that we're wasting each other's time. But we went through the motions anyway. And guy had really bad energy, really bad attitude. And when he left, I looked at Jane. I said, wow, that's One Ugly Cowboy. And the light bulb went on. So.
And we're like, giddy up.
Yep. And so now you've gone to One Ugly Cowboy, and we call you, and Brenda did it too in the chat room, OUC for short. But when you guys made a cool logo here a while back, you put a horseshoe for the U and the C as sideways horseshoe. I thought that was super cool.
Yeah, that was Jane again. She does all this graphic stuff and videos. It looks kind of cool.
Yeah, I love it. I do that kind of I do that kind of stuff too. And my brother built the current logo that we use. He goes, "How do you feel about a cowboy hat and bull horns?" I'm like, "Yeah, let's see what happens." And the first one he sent me, I was hooked on that. So
I love that. I've seen that on Facebook. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah, he's a Photoshop wizard. He taught me how to get around, but he's the man.
And you know what? It's just like, you just have fun, right? We're all indie guys, and we're having fun, and at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, right?
Yeah, it's just amazing what are available now. The stuff you can do on your own is amazing.
Yeah.
And that's what I tell all the time to the artists that I interview. You guys are entrepreneurs. You're doing the graphic design, the promotions, selling the CDs if you still do that, and that's kind of becoming a thing of the past now with the digital world we live in. But, it's all of that, making the merchandise and pushing the merchandise at the merch tables and selling the show tickets. It's a business. But when you love what you do, then it's a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, it is.
And it is a whole lot of fun. And I know CDs are like, what?
If you need some CDs, I got a deal for you.
Yeah, right? I bought a new pickup.
Oh, my God.
I bought a brand new pickup 2 years ago, and it doesn't even have a CD player in it. So.
I know.
When did that happen?
When did that happen?
I know. And,
I know everyone's just like plugging in their freaking USB, and it's just like, what?
Yep.
Crazy.
But it's cool. That's the way of the world, and it's really cool.
Well, they're trying to convert us into plugging in our cars and trucks now, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
It's coming.
I know, not today.
Yep, it sure is. Let's talk about your first song. I want to spin a song from you guys. Boy, 30 minutes flies when you're having fun, doesn't it?
I sure do.
It's a real. This sounds like a fun song. Ain't looking for love, just buy me a drink. Who come up with this one?
That's Jane Seidel.
That's Jane. Okay, it sounded like Richard, but it's.
I came over for a kiss, and she says to me, "I'm looking for love. Give me a drink."
Not.
I love it. One ugly cowboy. One ugly cowboy was tending bar that night.
Right.
There you go.
Yep. Well, let's play this, and if you guys can hang out just a little bit longer, we've got Richard and James, One Ugly Cowboy on KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
Well, I've been through the ringer, I've been through the wash, been through he loves me, loves me, loves me not. I just need some time to get over the sting. I ain't looking for love, just buy me a drink. That's right. I can't make it no clearer, no means no. Cupboard is empty, the kitchen is closed. I ain't looking to hook up, if that's what you think. I ain't looking for love, just buy me a drink. Looking with mountains, love is all right. Right here, right now, it ain't turning my crank. I'm just sitting here chilling till I'm back in the pink. I ain't looking for love, just buy me a drink. There's a cutie patootie at the end of the bar, but my libido's off duty, my mojo is gone. Another time, another place, a joke is bones in a blink, but I ain't looking for love, just buy me a drink. Love is the answer, love is the key. Right here, right now, it ain't doing it for me. I'm just sitting here chilling till I'm back in the pink. I ain't looking for love, just buy me a drink. I ain't looking for love, just buy me a drink. Make it a double. Woo! I tweeted and I twittered and I texted the news. Updated my status on Facebook too. I'm giving up romance, cause right now it stinks. Ain't looking for love, just buy me a drink. I've been in the trenches, I've been through the wars. I'm a survivor, I'll come back on my horse. But for now I'm just chilling, cause my heart is complete. Ain't looking for love, just buy me a drink. I'm
Oh, yeah? Well, no, we got 2 more hours of the best in new country music. That is awesome. Richard and Jane from One Ugly Cowboy with us tonight. Ain't looking for love, just buy me a drink. Not enough drinking songs in country radio, right?
Never.
I love it.
No.
That's all right. We everybody in the chat room's of age, I think, so we're good. I just don't act it, and I know y'all don't either.
Oh my gosh, I'm sticking to 19 till I die.
Right? Well, it has been a great interview. Thanks for doing this again. I appreciate it so much, and you guys, your music absolutely rocks. We will keep playing it, and you come up with something new, man. Hit me up in a few months, and let's do another one.
You're first on the list.
Awesome.
Absolutely, Tim.
Awesome.
We love you. We send giant love to Brenda too.
Yeah,
All right.
thanks for putting us on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and congrats that you're getting married.
Yes, back in October, so we're halfway to our first anniversary.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you
All right,
guys.
well, thank you so much for keeping us on your radar and playing us. We love you, Tim. Thank you.
Absolutely. Love you guys too. But real quick, where can we find you on social media? I've been looking at your website the whole time, but tell everybody where it's at.
OneUglyCowboy.com, or just head over to Facebook, One Ugly Cowboy, Instagram, One Ugly Cowboy, or Twitter, One Ugly Cowboy. We're there. We'd love to connect.
There
Thank
you go. Well, absolutely. I'm glad we got to connect again tonight. I'm going to play the second song in the triple play for you guys. One of my favorites. It's an Attitude, because you guys bring attitude to the country radio world. I absolutely love that. It's One Ugly Cowboy, Richard and Jane. One more time, KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
Some people got it, some people don't. Like who have I, that rodeo vogue got in a style amazing grace. They walk into a room and it's right in your face. Talking attitude from head to toe, seeping from your bones and erogenous zones. Don't need money or foo-foo friends. All you gotta do is lose confidence. Feel it from the inside out. Express yourself. Not their mind. It ain't what you say, it ain't what you do. It's a state of mind, it's an attitude. Ain't what you wear, it's the way you brew. It's an energy, it's an attitude. Sexy sister, you know the trick. Gives you longer legs, irresistible lips. 'Cause when you got it, it's evident you can be anything, even president. Feel it from the inside out. Express yourself. Not their mind, it ain't what you say, it ain't what you do. It's a state of mind, it's an attitude. Ain't what you wear, it's the way you brew. It's an energy, it's an attitude. Energy, it's an attitude. Beauty queen's dropping, but don't you know she's blind? She just ain't got the gift. You can drive a fancy car, hey, Mr. La-di-da. You can flaunt a body, don't mean zip. Saw this dude down in Biloxi, drive the beatable July. You been turning his left and right. Thank Taylor Mama got the Zula-la persona, make you shiver, make you sigh. It's an Feel it from the inside out. Express yourself. Not their mind. You say it ain't what you do. It's a state of mind. It's an attitude. Ain't what you wear. It's the way you grew. It's an energy. It's an attitude. Ain't about the bling. Ain't about the look. It's all about your inner truth.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
I know lots of cowboys that think they're pretty hot stuff. Well, you're the only bad boy that's ever knocked my socks off. You're the real deal, you're a genuine heartthrob. A big, strong, soul-shaking hillbilly rock star. I love your crazy tats, the way they move, the way they dance. Your truck, your dog, your cat, baby, I love all of that. I love what you do, what you do, what you do to me. Everything you do makes my heart go, what? You're my baby boo, hoochie coo, poopy doopy doo. Ought to be a felony to be so hot. You're my squeaky boy, till you making my jaw drop. Smacking, belly whacking, sugar coated bonbon. The way you tip your hat, the way you smile, the way you laugh, it makes me quiver, gives me shivers up and down my back. I love what you do, what you do, what you do to me. Everything you do makes my heart go, what? You're my baby boo, hoochie coo, poopy doopy doo. Ought to be a felony to be so hot. I love your hair, I love your feet, I love your arms, abs, eyes, calves, and all bones in between. I love your skin, I love your bones, I love your eyes, ears, nose, mouth, and all 10 of them toes. I love your hair, I love your feet, I love your arms, abs, eyes, calves, and all bones in between. I love your skin, I love your bones, I love your eyes, ears, nose, mouth, and all 10 of them toes. Woo! I love what you do, what you do, what you do to me. Everything you do makes my heart go, what? You're my baby boo, hoochie coo, poopy doopy doo. Ought to be a felony to be so. I love what you do, what you do, what you do, what you do. Woo! You're my baby boo, hoochie coo, poopy doopy doopy doo. I love what you do, what you do, what you do, what you do. What you do? You're my baby boo, hoochie coo, poopy doopy doopy doo.
Oh my goodness, that is a fun song. The latest single from One Ugly Cowboy from Toronto, Canada. I love what you do. We love them from head to toe as well. That is a great song, and they are a great band. OneUglyCowboy.com. Go check them out from Toronto, Canada. Absolutely had a blast talking to them tonight, and boy, this 30 minutes fly when you're having this much fun. 3 hours flies when you're having this much fun. But welcome to hour number 2 of Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly, hosting the show. More artist interviews coming up at the bottom of the hour. Mr. Matt Saladay will join us. We'll play 3 of his songs and hear the stories behind those as well. This next artist is currently on tour with the one and the only Mr. Tim McGraw. Along with Alexandra Kay and Russell Dickerson, Brandon Davis is opening up for Tim McGraw on his 2022 tour. His latest single is called Hits Different from Brandon Davis on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
On the radio, same truck rolling down a 2-lane road. Ain't much for changing the way God made it, but that's the way the world goes round. And now I still live out my day to day, still hit my knees at night and pray for this life I'm living. Cause now you're in it, Yeah, it's the same, but it hits different. Now I ain't gotta change a single thing, 'cause since you came, all you do is bring the best out in me. And now I'm seeing a brand new way to spell S-A-N-D. It's always been this way in my mind till my last day. It's the way God meant it, 'cause now you're in it. It's the same, but it hits different. Still go to church on Sunday, still crack a beer after work on Monday. Same old dog, just a few new tricks. Same old plans with a brand new spin. No, I ain't gotta change a single thing. Since you came, all you do is bring the best out in me. Now I'm seeing a brand new way to spell S-A-M-E. It's always been this way in my mind till my last day. It's the way God made it, 'cause now you're in it. It's the same, but it hits different. It's the same, but it hits different. That old L-O-V-E sounds so much better with Y-O-U. Now I ain't gotta change a single thing, 'cause since you came, all you do is bring the best out in me. And now I'm seeing a brand new way to spell S-A-M-E. It's always been this way in my mind till my last day. It's the way God meant it, 'cause now you're in it. It's the same, but it hits different. Song on the radio, same truck rolling down a 2-lane road.
Song number 2.
Girl, you don't need another outlaw. Ain't looking for another Jesse James. Don't be fooled by my hat and boots. No, we ain't all the same. We don't all disappear into the sunset. Ain't all gunslanging, saloon doors swinging drunks. We ain't all rough cut ramblers out here gambling with love. From the looks of it, I can tell your heart's breaking. Dancing and stress, and you need saving. Girl, that's what cowboys are for. They ain't built for running, no, we're riding to the storm. Be your strength when you feel weak. Come in and sweep you off your feet. So take my hand, but let's get back up on that horse, 'cause that's what cowboys are for. I'd walk 1,000 miles across the desert, climb 100 mountains just so I love you big as that Sedona, Arizona sky, and hold you tight. Girl, that's what cowboys are for. They ain't built for running, no, we're riding to the storm. Be your strength when you feel weak. Come in and sweep you off your feet. So take my hand, and let's get back up on that horse, 'cause that's what cowboys are for. Dancing in the stress, and you've been waiting for a hero to go saddle up and save you. Girl, that's That's what cowboys are for. They ain't built for running. We're right into the store. Your strength and you feel weak. Come and sweep you off your feet. So take my hand, let's get back up on that horse. That's what cowboys are for. That's what cowboys are for. That's what cowboys are for.
Once again, his name is Brandon Davis, currently touring with Tim McGraw. That's what cowboys are for. And before that, one of his latest singles called Hits Different. Well, just recently, him and his wife, Destiny, celebrated their wedding anniversary. So what does Brandon Davis do? Because he's a country singer and songwriter, he gets in the studio and records a song that he wrote for their wedding anniversary. It is to his beautiful wife, Destiny. It is called Forever and Always from Brandon Davis on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
So unexpected, out of the blue, the day that I looked up and somehow found you. We talked for hours till they seemed like days. I couldn't wait to meet you face to face. Then I picked you up, we went for a drive. And darling, that night my heart came alive. Right then I knew that the right one was there. Broke down my walls to start trusting and care. Behind your eyes, deep in your heart, my past left behind to make a new start. I thank the Lord for the love that we've got, forever and always, no matter what. Then a couple weeks later, I got introduced to parts of my heart that I never knew. A cute little princess and sweet baby boy. Never in my life have I felt such joy. Now I sit here smiling every night, thanking the Lord for this beautiful life. Whoa, and right then I knew that the right one was there. Broke down my walls to start trusting and care. You made me a father, and I'm proud to be another to love them the way that they need. And I thank the Lord for the love that we've got, forever and always, no matter what. No matter what.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's Country.
Country lives right here. Country is what we do.
Today's Country.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing New Country's best.
Now this is my kind of country.
New country.
New country.
New country.
Well, that Stetson might have bought you a night in Neverland, but you sure knew how to sell that smile. And down in New Orleans, any girl'd go crazy if they saw you in Cheyenne with just one hey darling, they'd be in the palm of your hand. Yeah, you might spread that charm from town to town, but once you get a taste, you're gonna wanna settle down. 'Cause I ain't no one-stop trucking, trying to leave it with the sun. You think you will, but you won't get over me fast as them horses run. I ain't no first place behind closed gates. Throw me in and let me go. Yeah, you might be a cowboy, but I ain't no one-night rodeo. That pasture's gonna look better the more time you spend with me. You'll be thinking about front porch, fence post, and a diamond ring. Let me warn you now before it's too late. You're gonna have a hard time riding away, 'cause I ain't no one-stop trucking, trying to leave it with the sun. You think you will, but you won't get over me fast as them horses run. I ain't no first place behind closed gates. Throw me in and let me go. Hey, you might be a cowboy, but I ain't no one-night rodeo. No one-night rodeo. Cause I ain't no one-stop trucking, trying to leave it with the sun. You're gonna fall head on over heels fast as them horses run. I ain't no first place behind closed gates. Roll me in and let me go. Yeah, you might be a cowboy, but I ain't no one-night rodeo. No one-night rodeo. This ain't no first place behind closed gates. No one-night rodeo. Oh, that Stetson might have bought you a night in Neverland.
Song number 2.
You don't think you gotta cook, you don't think you gotta clean. You wanna paint your nails, sit around reading magazines. A selfie machine, a junkie for the meme. Well, there's a difference between perception and reality. You ain't a princess, you're just a dirt road debutante. There ain't no prince here, just a bunch of boys and some pickup trucks. Yeah, the closest to the crown you'll ever get or ever got is at the bar taking double shots. You ain't a princess, you're just a small town hang around, never leaving hot bed. Ain't got a castle on a hill, girl, let me be real. You got a double wide trailer with some late utility bills. Your daddy ain't no king of anything. It don't count that your mama was the 88 soybean queen. You ain't a princess, you're just a dirt road debutante. There ain't no prince here, just a bunch of boys and some pickup trucks. Yeah, the closest to the crown you'll ever get or ever got is at the bar taking double shots. You ain't a princess, you're just a couple shots. You ain't a princess, you're just a small town hang around. Pinto getting round, dime store discount, prize winning fairground, never leaving hot mess.
Her name is Dallas Remington. I had a great radio interview with her a few months ago. That is called Princess. And before that, another great song called One Night Rodeo. Well, this isn't no One Night Radio either. Tune in tomorrow night. We'll do New Music Friday. We'll hit the airwaves at 7 p.m. Central Time, live on our website, KICR IndieCountryRadio.com from Branson, Missouri, the live entertainment capital of the world. We've got some great live entertainment going on right now. After one more from Dallas Remington, I have Mr. Matt Saladay going to join us for a great radio interview tonight. We'll play 3 of his songs, and we'll get to hear the stories behind them as well. Brand new from Dallas Remington, who used to have a mullet out there back in the day. I know Billy Ray Cyrus did, and she's going to sing about it in the song. I shaved mine, so yeah, I don't have that one anymore. I'm all business in the front and the back now. How about that? This is called Mullet from Dallas Remington on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio. New country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
He blew through them doors like a hand grenade. I swear he's from another time, another place. There's something creeping out of that dirty ball cap. I was staring at it and it was staring right back. He walked right up and he said hello. I think I said I love you, but the hell if I know. There's something about them curls that get us girls all riled up and rowdy on a Friday. 1995, come back to life. It's like I'm looking at a modern day Billy Ray. Kentucky waterfall, Mississippi mud flap. I don't care what you call it. There's something about them bullets. Every boy around here's got a rod and rim and likes to brag about his muddy four-wheel. There's only one thing that'll get the job done, and I ain't a mohawk and I ain't a man bun. There's something about them curls that get us girls all riled up and rowdy on a Friday. 1995, come back to life. It's like I'm looking at a modern day Billy Ray. Kentucky waterfall, Mississippi mud flap. I don't care what you call it. There's something about a Friday, 1995, come back to life. It's like I'm looking at a modern day Billy Ray. Kentucky waterfall, Mississippi mud flap. I don't care what you call it. Kentucky waterfall, Mississippi mud flap. Good Lord, I love it. There's something about them bullets. There's something about them bullets.
Once again, that is the latest single from Dallas Remington. It is called Mullet, right here on KICR Indie Country Radio. I can't wait to see if she makes a video to that one, because if she does, I'm definitely going to put that one on the TV channel. That's going to be a good one right there. Well, we have another great radio interview lined up for tonight with a gentleman by the name of Matt Saladay. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing great. How are you, Tim?
Doing fantastic. Thanks for doing this program tonight and giving us 30 minutes of your time. We sure do appreciate it.
Oh, man, I appreciate you having me on and playing my music. That's awesome.
Absolutely. I don't know how you found me, but all I do is, and I was telling the previous artist that I've interviewed, I think this was our 6th one tonight with One Ugly Cowboy, but they were asking me about the music coming in, and I've got 3 email accounts, and I can't hardly keep up because so much music comes in, and I saw your songs in the email, so I go to checking you out, and the first song I hear is the first one I'm going to play tonight. I wouldn't change a thing, and I was hooked, and it got you on Triple Play Thursday, and then an interview too. So that's good stuff.
Yeah, I appreciate it. That song just kind of like most songs come out of nowhere in left field, and has done me a lot of good on the radio so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's great. Getting on this program gets you on 13 stations total. We're syndicated on that many, so you're going to be getting some radio airplay in the next few days. That's for sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I love doing that, and I love the stations that support us, and all over the country. I mean, there's Ireland, we're on that station, and Denver, Colorado, here in the United States, and of course, I do the show live from Branson, but we've just got a bunch of syndicated stations now. Australia, Canada. Canada loves country music.
Well, to anyone in the Belfast area, in Ballymena, I have distant family there. My mother's family came from that neck of the woods, and I hope actually I'm going to get to visit there in about a year or so when I go to support a friend who's going to be swimming the English Channel. I'm going to make an opportunity to get to Ireland while I'm over there, cheering him on in the middle of the cold water.
How about that, man? I'll tell you what, we got a friend that got married in Ireland, and we, of course, weren't able to attend her wedding, but boy, the pictures that she showed were just beautiful. That is some pretty country.
Oh, absolutely. My mother has been there, and I think my dad was with her and her sister, and I wish I would have been able to get there earlier in my lifetime, but I sure hope to see that green before I die.
Yeah, that is awesome. I love that. That looked great in pictures. I can't imagine in person. You're from just outside of Philadelphia, is that right?
That's right, from Cow Country. Well, I'm born and raised there in Cow Country in Percy, PA, which is just in a little part of northern Bucks County, PA, north of Philadelphia. Okay. But I haven't lived there a long time. I moved to Nashville back in '99 after getting out of grad school, and after living in the South, I don't know that I could ever be transplanted to the North.
They got some pretty rough winters, don't they?
Oh man, I tell you, I shoveled my share of snow. That's for sure.
My brother's in Utah, and just yesterday he was posting pictures that it's still snowing up in them mountains on June the 2nd, 1st or 2nd, something like that.
Well, I believe it. I've lived in Utah too. I lived in I lived just north of Salt Lake in Keysville, Utah. When I worked for Kroger as my day job, and I was working for Kroger out there in Layton, Utah. Uh-huh. And man, I tell you, I remember the day I got an interview back in Tennessee to work for Kroger. I told my boss in Utah, I said, I sure hope get this job because I want this to be the last day I ever have to shovel snow.
That's right. Or go out and get them shopping carts and that stuff on the driveway. In the parking lot. Oh man. Now, what made you want to get into country music from Philadelphia to Nashville? What did you listen to back in when you was in Philadelphia that made you maybe want to do country music for a living?
Well, it wasn't in Philadelphia, really. Honestly, when I graduated from high school, and I wanted to be a rock and roll star. I moved out to California right after graduation. My graduation present from my dear parents was a ticket to Los Angeles on an airplane and a suitcase because they knew my dream was to be a rock star. And, looking back, I can't imagine how they ever let me on that plane. Somehow they let that happen, and I ended up going out there, and I didn't land a job as a guitar god, which was my dream, but turned out I wasn't going to be the next Eddie Van Halen. But I ended up cleaning buildings at a local college in Los Angeles County, and I said, you know what, I got to get out of doing this. I got to do something more with my life. Moved back, got my education, and all the while I was still playing music and writing songs. But it wasn't until I was in grad school and I visited a friend down here in Nashville that I really got a hankering for country music. As a matter of fact, when I moved to Los Angeles, the girl I was dating in high school, she wanted me to move to Nashville. She was a country music fan, and I wasn't at the time. And I look back and I'm wondering why wasn't I a country fan in high school? Man, I was really dumb. So it really wasn't until I moved down here and met some friends down here that I really got into country music. And once I really kind of found country music, or it found me, I just never looked back. I still have rock and roll in my roots for sure, and blues and all of that. But, country is kind of where my heart is. I love the storytelling, the country music, and there's just nothing like it.
That's exactly kind of my story, because I lived in California for 4 years too, just inland from San Diego in Escondido. You probably heard of that. I used to work in Huntington Beach and Lakewood for my uncle, so I would drive from that, make that up the 5 freeway every day. Take about 90 minutes back then, if if traffic's good. But I don't miss that traffic out there in the LA or San Diego area either. But my love for radio started real young, because I used to listen to guys like Rick Dees out there in Los Angeles, and Casey Kasem, of course, was doing his top 40 countdown and playing the Billboard stuff that was like 80s music, and that's what I used to listen to, and still love that genre of music. But I married a girl from Oklahoma back in 1990, and then this 90s country came along, and it was Toby Keith, especially from Oklahoma, Vince Gill, Garth Brooks, those kind of guys that really got me wanting to do country radio. And just like you said, the stories behind it, you could understand the words. I'm like, okay, this is what I'm going to do, and I've been doing that ever since.
Yeah. Well, the 90s country really slid by me. I went all the way back to the Outlaws as soon as I got hooked on country music. I walked into Robert's Western World in Nashville, which for anybody who doesn't know Nashville, it's on Broadway. It's one of the places you'll see on all the postcards, with the little boot outside and the neon sign. And, I walked in there, and they declared that a Garth-free zone. So, it was nothing but old school country and Western music. So, Waylon Jennings and all of those folks were welcome, but the country wasn't welcome there. So, that's what I latched on to as I started kind of getting my grips around country music and what that was going to mean for me as a writer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's awesome. And I think there has been a lot of talk about Ernest Tubbs Record Shop shutting down, but I think it actually is going to be saved. Somebody's going to keep that open. Is that correct?
Well, I don't know for sure, really, but it wouldn't surprise me that survives with vinyl making a comeback as it has. So, I imagine it's probably seen the best days it's seen in a long time.
Right, and we were talking about that on the previous interview. I bought a new pickup 2 years ago, brand new 2020, and it doesn't even have a CD player in it. And these artists are still, some of them, trying to sell CDs, but at least vinyl's making a comeback, and you can get the record players and stuff like that to play it on. So that's good to see.
It is, and I tell you what, my niece, who lives in Portland, Oregon, with my brother's family, she has been converted to a vinyl lover. So I had the opportunity at Christmas time to buy her some vinyl for the first time, and it was like a kid in the candy shop, like, what good stuff am I going to get my niece? I'm going to convert her to something good, and I've got a whole new vinyl collection coming out from Mark Knopfler that's going to be headed her way real shortly.
That's awesome. Now, back in those days of rock and roll, I'll tell you a couple of my favorites. My two first 8-track tapes back then, when I got my first car, it was 8-track. That's how old I am. Steve Miller Band, Book of Dreams, and Fleetwood Mac, Rumors. I love those.
Well, Fleetwood Mac is one of my all-time favorites, and there's definitely a lot of influence from that band in the melodies and my arrangements in a lot of songs. That's just a phenomenal band. Yeah. So talented, with so many great musicians and singers. It's just amazing how some bands overflow with talent. It's just amazing. That's one of those bands. You talk about 8-tracks. When I was a kid on the school bus, my parents are listening to this broadcast right now, and they're gonna strangle somebody in the school district where I grew up. But my old bus driver, when I was in junior high, was playing 8-tracks in her bus. She was kind of one of those rock and roll school bus drivers. She was playing AC/DC and Ozzy Osbourne and Judas Priest and all the metal acts.
Oh man.
So I was inundated with that kind of music from the time I was in junior high school up through high school, and that was my favorite way to go to school. It kept the kids quiet because they were hearing what they wanted to hear.
Yep.
But I'll never forget that. The first day I actually ever even understood what the radio was and what popular music was in 7th grade. I went to an English class, and for an icebreaker, the teacher had all the kids write on the blackboard their favorite radio station. And I'm like, well, my favorite radio station is like what I listen to the baseball games on. So what is everybody else listening to? They're writing numbers on the board, and like 94 YSP and 93.3, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what are these stations? So I just copied down what somebody else did on the board. I ran home, and I got the radio on, and I'm tweaking the dial trying to find these radio station numbers that kids are writing on the board, and all I'm getting is static. So my brother gets home, and he's a couple years older than I am, and he was into Led Zeppelin and King Crimson and all kinds of heavy music. And I said, my brother's name's Kurt. I said, Kurt, what are these radio stations that these people are talking about? I can't find them. And he's like, you idiot, that's AM. You got to put it on FM. I'm like, what's FM?
Oh my!
But so once I finally found it, I was hooked. I'll never forget the day in 1984 when Van Halen's 1984 album came out, and I didn't know what it was. He put the vinyl on the record player. He says, "Guess who this is?" And he played, he put on 1984. And I'm hearing this synthesized rock music. I'm like, I don't know what the heck is this? I don't know. And then all of a sudden you hear David Lee Roth screeching out, as Jump comes. You're like, oh my God, is this Van Halen?
Yeah.
And it's like, as Henry Kissinger said about 9/11, it was like a hinge in time. Nothing ever was the same again.
Yep. And then, Sammy Hagar, he wouldn't be lead singer for him for a while. He did pretty good too. I liked them both. I think David Lee Roth a little bit better, but yeah, it was great.
Oh yeah, they're a great band, and Eddie Van Halen was one of my idols. But I really love the bands that had tight harmonies. I've always loved tight harmonies. Bands with harmonies, like Journey, Styx, the Eagles, all those bands that just have phenomenal harmonies. That to me, that really sucks me in, just because it's just so beautiful. And it, that collision of harmony and instruments and melody is just awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. It's funny, you were talking about that music coming out of a school bus. That reminds me of when I lived in California. Back then you could go to these swap meets, and you probably went to a few too, and you got these big old boom boxes and stereo systems. I mean, they'd go clear across the back seat of your pickup truck, and there's so much music coming out of them things. You could hear them from 2 miles away, I think,
Yeah.
And it wasn't the neighborhood watch back then. It was the neighborhood could listen to the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
So, loved it when they cranked it up.
Now. We reverted back to that now with Bluetooth speakers.
Yes.
Never does a boat. I live on a lake here on the northern side of Nashville, and never does a boat go by that's not cranking out tunes on their speaker. And the lake is one living stereophonic organism out there.
Yeah.
It's always music playing on the lake.
Tell you what, there's a radio station that just popped into my chat room. We got 91.3 Axel FM, it looks like. They are from Dickinson, Texas. So that's good stuff right there. I appreciate them checking out the program. And you're going to hear what we call around here New Country's Best. And, boy, I'll tell you what, you got 3 great songs. Let's talk about the first one, Matt, called I Wouldn't Change a Thing. Tell me about this one.
Well, you had an artist on your station being interviewed. I want to say it was probably maybe about 8 weeks ago. And this young lady who was talking about the song she was writing, and she said, I tend to write songs about me and my boyfriend going out and mudding in the woods in his truck. And I was thinking, that's awesome. I don't think I have it in me to write a song like that anymore. What I write about or is that couple 10 years later after they've been married and been through the ringer, and the girl who thought her boyfriend was so cute out there mudding in the woods found out that her husband's probably an alcoholic and doesn't pay attention to her and spends more time at work than at home and isn't there for the kids. And I'm kind of writing about those kind of relationships now at this stage in life. I'm 52, and so that those days of unrequited love and hormones is kind of behind me. I'm in relationship songs and real life songs. So I'm writing about real people and real relationships, and that have got some wear on the tires. And that's just, you write what you know. And as an HR manager, I work for Kroger, and it's a great company, and we've got wonderful associates who work for us, who really work hard for a living, day in and day out, working 10-hour shifts, 12-hour shifts if necessary. Man, what we call the essential workforce, who really had to work hard during COVID and, be those essential employees who didn't get to stay home, who didn't get time off, who were there longer because we were trying to keep food in the stores for people. And these are folks that are working hard and trying to make car payments, trying to make rent payments. Maybe they're putting away money in their 401k, but they're not retiring rich. They're not buying a house in Miami when they retire. They're gonna work hard for most of their lives. And those are the people that I know, and those are the people that inspire me and inspire my music, and working alongside folks like that who are really, really salt of the earth folks who have real problems and real struggles. And those are the kind of things that inspire my music. And I Wouldn't Change a Thing is kind of one of those songs, really inspired by real life relationships, about the people around me who I know, and even my own marriage. Hey, if you're married to someone like I've been for 20 years, and this will be my 20th year with my wife Michelle. Mm-hmm. Man, you're going to have your good days. You're going to have your bad days. You're going to have your days when you wonder, what is it that you got yourself into 20 years ago? And then you're going to have days when you look back at it all and you say, yeah, it's been rough, but man, I wouldn't change a thing, because the alternative is being alone and not having someone you love when the chips are down. You don't need a friend when everything's going well. You need a friend and a companion and a partner when everything's falling to hell. And that's what I Wouldn't Change a Thing is all about.
That is awesome, man. And that's exactly why I love doing these interviews, because we want to hear those stories behind the songs. And I'll tell you what, if you sound like you might have a little pull with them Kroger folks, if you want to see about getting this program through those stereo speakers at Kroger, that would be awesome too. You could hear yourself on the radio. How about that?
Well, I would love that. That's a safety in the workplace issue, however. Having music is a distraction. So I don't know that we can do that, but
okay.
But I will. Hey, you give me the opportunity, I'll plug you any way I can.
Hey, I appreciate that. I know I've heard Walmart radio in the store, and it's terrible. So I know I can fix that.
I don't know what that store is.
Yes, I know. Well, you missed the Target. That's what. And you hit Walmart. That's how that happens every time. I wouldn't change a thing. Keep doing what you're doing, and we're going to play it right now. Matt Soliday is with us on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
There's bills stacked up on the table, hills close piled up on the bedroom floor. We've worked the night shift in doubles 4 days, 'cause the truck needs parts that we can't afford. Somebody stole the white picket fence insane. Yeah, I ain't a prince, and this ain't the life we dream. But let's tell them, babe, we've been through the good times and bad times, the hard days and long nights, when we couldn't change our headstrong ways. But we made it somehow, we made up and got down, and I'm still struck, and I wouldn't change a thing. No, I wouldn't change a thing. And we ain't getting any younger. Yeah, we used to be cool, but we ain't no more. Yeah, we're too tired now to party all night with all our friends like we did. Times and bad times, the hard days and long nights, living through all our headstrong ways. But we made it somehow, we made up and got down, and I'm still love struck, and I wouldn't change a thing. No, I wouldn't change.
His name is Matt Saladay. That is called I Wouldn't Change a Thing. That is a rockin' country tune right there. Good job on that, my friend.
I appreciate that so much. That song, as I was making it, writing that song, the guitar is really, I'm a guitar player at heart. That's the core of my music, and everything else kind of revolves around what comes out of that guitar. Mm-hmm. And back probably 20 years ago, I probably started out most songs writing lyrics, and I thought I was a great lyricist. And but when I got serious about writing songs and trying to make them commercially viable, I suppose, or if not, really trying to align them with the message that I was thinking about and the mood that I was thinking about when I was writing the lyrics, I realized, man, I need to start the other way around. Starting with the lyrics and trying to squeeze music around these lyrics just isn't working for me. The lyrics are fine, but they're really not a song. And so I really started focusing on the guitar, and really found over a period of time that my strength as a writer really revolves around melodies and hooks, and letting that guitar's voice guide the lyrics and where that whole song's going to go. And this song's I Wouldn't Change a Thing really isn't any different. A lot of that sound that you hear in I Wouldn't Change a Thing comes from some classic Bob Dylan recordings. I'm a real huge fan of Bob Dylan, especially his 80s work, which just doesn't get enough credit. His record, Oh Mercy, was one that my brother introduced me to in the 80s, and just some phenomenal writing and production on that record, some great electric guitar. He's obviously, Bob Dylan's a great writer and lyricist, but he's also just a phenomenal producer, and really knows how to make to layer instrumentation and use stereophonics to really bring out emotional points in the song that you might otherwise never notice if all you heard was the lyrics. Yeah. And melody without those instruments really accompanying that song. And so I use a lot of those sounds from his records in my music, just the connection that I have with his music, and the mood and vibe that he creates that I try to recreate in my own way in my music. And that certainly came out, and I Wouldn't Change a Thing.
That is awesome. Bob Dylan, huge in the world of music, and so is the next gentleman that your next song is about. It's called Dear Tom Petty. We miss that gentleman in the world of music too.
I tell you, just a tremendously sad day. We've lost so many tremendous musicians. I think, with Tom Petty being one, Chris Cornell being another. I love Chris Cornell, and the simplistic harmonies in his music, the passion in his voice, just an unbelievable artist. And, you think of all the songs that those guys hadn't gotten to create because they passed on early. And it's just so sad that we didn't get the benefit of their continued creativity. Tom Petty's one of my favorites growing up, for sure. Damn the Torpedoes is one of my favorite albums. I remember listening to WYSP in Philadelphia, and they used to do the Seventh Day. They would play albums there in their entirety on Sundays, and they would play 7 albums in their entirety. And so my brother and I always used to record the albums. We'd pop in our cassette decks, and we were like, "Oh man, free music! We get free albums. We're listening to the radio station." So I remember one of my favorites that I recorded was "Damn the Torpedoes." Just a phenomenal record. And this song, "Dear Tom Petty," really tries to capture the angst that goes with that transition from being a young adult into adulthood, and uses references to different Tom Petty lyrics from throughout his major collective works as reference points to try to make all of that make sense. And the tagline in the chorus, the American Girl, will she break your heart even if you actually run down that dream? Will the American Girl really break your heart anyway? I mean, it's all really about not knowing the unknown of growing into adulthood. And, there's just that was one of the things that Tom Petty did well. So I thought, using Tom Petty lyrics as a reference point in a very metaphoric and symbolic way just kind of seemed to be on point for that song, because that's what he did well. That's what he wrote about so well. And so it just seemed to make all the sense in the world, and the lyrics just kind of fell into place really quickly once I had the music down for that. There you go.
Well, I appreciate the music, absolutely, and you're a fantastic artist. It's been a great interview. Doesn't 30 minutes fly when you're having this much fun?
Oh, man. Has it been 30 minutes already?
Almost. Including the music, it has been. So we're going to play a couple of more from you. It is Triple Play Thursday, so we're going to do Dear Tom Petty, and then your third song, your choice, is going to lead us into hour number 3 of the show. But Matt Saladay is who you are, and absolutely love the interview tonight. Tell us where folks can find you on social media real quick.
Yeah, I'm on Facebook. You can find me at Matt Saladay Music on Facebook, and also I'm on Spotify. Just look Matt Saladay up. There are very few of us in the directory. I'm on SoundCloud as well. And you can hear I Wouldn't Change a Thing on Apple Music and most of the other major mediums. You can stream that music. I don't have my own website. I'm a little tech deficient. I've been working on that. We'll get there someday. But, I'm just kind of getting into the whole artist thing. So, I'm a slow learner at 52. I'm just doing something I should have been doing when I was 25. And some of these young kids amaze me what they're doing at such a young age, man. I wish I was that bright, a shining star when I was their age.
I'm asking some of these young folks, what recording studio do you use? And they're like, I have one out of my house. I put this all together myself, and I'm just blown away by that, because it sounds like something they would have done on Music Row in Nashville or something.
Exactly. That's what I do. I don't know where these people can make enough money to afford professional demo work. I do it all myself because I'm cheap and broke.
Yep. Well, you keep doing your thing, man. Your music is great. And in order to be on this program, what we tagline our program is New Country's Best. So you got to be good to get on the program. But when you send 3 good songs like you did, you get on this program tonight called Triple Play Thursday. So we play 3 in a row from everybody, and we're going to give you 2 more. So good to have you, man. I appreciate the interview.
Thank you.
Keep making that music. His name is Matt Saladay. It is salad with a long A, and you told me how to spell that in the email that you sent, so I didn't mess it up on the radio, so I'm glad you did that.
You're awesome. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Dear Tom Petty on today's Country, KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Triple Play Thursday.
I got some Marlboro Reds from my daddy's truck, and a case of beer from the country club where I worked last summer at the Bag Night Bar and Grill. I was skipping school with my best friends. Our senior year was about to end, but we played Tom Petty so loud the time stood still. While I wandered up, losers like me really get lucky sometimes. And if somehow we run down the dream, are we gonna find that the waiting isn't the hardest part? 'Cause that American girl is just gonna break our hearts. Will she break our hearts? We all played it cool, yeah, we acted tough, but change was coming, sure enough. With sirens a warning, yeah, we were on board in that train. just gonna break our hearts. Will she break our hearts? That valley freeway is running straight through my soul. It's rims to rims, I can't control which fight is coming, which way I'm running, and I don't know what's just a line. Hey, dude, losers like me really get lucky sometimes, and if somehow we run down the dream, are we gonna find that the waiting isn't the hardest part? 'Cause an American girl is just gonna break our hearts. Will she break our hearts?
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
I've done every lonesome job it takes to get by. I slung hash and I counted cash, worked the graveyard shift, taking out the trash, worked at Waffle House for tips, serving dust to dawn, stuck with overtime when I wanted to go home. Well, I'm tired of working for the man. I'm tired of breaking my back and still catching flack when I'm doing the best I can. I wanna beach house and Cadillac so I can tell the boss
next time you're in Nashville, if you're currently in Nashville and you shop at that Kroger store, tell Matt Saladay that he has some great music and he did a great job on a radio interview tonight. I had a blast talking to him. Welcome to hour number 3 of Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly, hosting the show. We are playing New Country's Best, 3 songs in a row from every artist on the program all show long. That is how we do it on Triple Play Thursday. This next gentleman has a duet out right now that has a video attached to it. I have it on our TV channel, ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.com. It is Hayden Haddock and John Wolf, Jon, and Wolf has an E on the end of it. Check this one out. It is called Tequila on KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Been one of those take this job and shove it kind of work weeks. Thank God this margarita's strong. If we wind up on the bar top singing Don't Stop Believing, tequila's what we'll blame it on. If I wake up in some strange place with a hating life hangover, my keys and all my dignity gone, we get thrown out the bar, get a neon scar or a bad tattoo. Hell, tequila's what we'll blame it on. Cause when the world gets a little too crazy, gotta have some crazy of your own. If we need an alibi for doing something wrong, tequila's what we'll blame it on.
Last time I spent this much time with salt and sweet agave, I found my ex's number in my phone. So if she wakes up to that straight out of the blue I love you message, tequila's what we'll blame it on. Cause when the world gets a little too crazy, you gotta have some crazy of your own. If we need an alibi for doing something wrong, tequila's what we'll blame it on.
So if your soul needs some reality amnesia, cause you've deserved a break for way too long,
yeah, tonight you can ride the bull, go meet a stranger and get hitched out in Vegas, and tequila's all we'll blame it on.
Cause when the world gets a little too crazy, gotta have some crazy of your own. If we need an alibi for doing something wrong, tequila's what we'll blame it on. If we need an alibi for doing something wrong, tequila's what we'll blame it on.
Yeah, pass that bottle over here, brother. Yeah, gotta blame it on something.
Some Juan Lobo. Yeah, pass me another shot of that.
I don't need no salt and lime.
Tequila.
Song number 2.
Came here tonight to drink about you, trying to drown a memory or two in this old Cowtown bar. As I'm putting my empty third one down, every head is turning around, and baby, there you are. Girl, you're looking so good to me, the kind of beauty any fool can see, and any guy with half a lick of sense would kill to have half a chance. Girl, your smile, the way you wear them jeans, it's like I'm staring at a cowboy's dream. Tonight you're looking so good to me, even better than your memory. There ain't been a day since I let you go, your memory ain't been letting me know I made a big mistake. Girl, I don't know if you will or not. I'd give anything for one more shot to say it ain't too late. 'Cause girl, you're looking so good to me, the kind of beauty any fool can see. And any guy with half a leg of sense would kill to have half a chance. Girl, your smile, the way you wear them jeans, it's like I'm staring at a cowboy's dream. Tonight you're looking so good to me, even better than your memory. Yeah, that 10 that's been messing with my mind all this time. I'm thinking now it's only about a 9.9. 'Cause girl, you're looking so good to me, the kind of beauty any fool can see. And any guy with half a leg of sense would kill to have half a chance. Girl, your smile, the way you wear them jeans, it's like I'm staring at a cowboy's dream. Tonight you're looking so good to me, even better than your memory. Tonight you're looking so good to me, even better than your memory.
His name is Hayden Haddock. That is called Better Than Your Memory. And before that, another great tune with John Wolfe called Tequila. Don't drink too much tequila or you'll get a bad haddock. Not a Hayden Haddock, but a hangover. That's what it is, Kelsey. Absolutely. The third song in the triple play for Hayden Haddock is called Wind It Down on today's Country from KICR. Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
It's been one hell of a crazy week. I need to blow off a little steam. I thought about chasing that little white ball round in the Texas heat, or even heading to the bay to go wet a line and wait for that ride to bend. But then I thought, why not just start out where Friday night always ends? We always wind up right here at this same watering hole, where all of my friends are cracking the same cold beers and the same old jokes. Pickup lines and BS flying, the band's still playing too loud. But this is where we always wind up when it's time to wind it down. My buddy Joe drives a backhoe, Bob's president at the bank, Hank rides bulls and we're all pretty sure Sonny's in the CIA. We talk about what we'd all do if we hit the old Powerball, y'all. I'd disappear on an island somewhere, and after all the money was gone, I just wind up right here at this same watering hole, where all of my friends are cracking the same cold beers and the same old jokes. Pickup lines and BS flying, the band's still playing too loud. But this is where we always wind up when it's time to wind it down. Come on, boys, line them all up and let's drink them all down. Guess some things never change around here. We wind up right here at this same watering hole, where all of my friends are cracking the same cold beers and the same old jokes. A good old boy's Taj Mahal, there's fancier places around, but this is where we always wind up when it's time to wind it down. Yeah, I think it's time to wind it down.
it's May Estes, and you're listening to Tim Kelly on KICR Indie Country Radio.
Got a counter full of long stems that never seem to die. My favorite's the pale pink, but I'll settle for white. Lucky me, I'm drowning in Valentine's. At least once a week, you got a dozen in hand, doing what you think makes you a good man. And I'll flash that fake smile once again. There's one for sneaking in too late at night, one for when sorry wouldn't make it right. A ribbon tied around your mistakes in a pretty vase, and we both know it, but we'll just call them roses. They'll be yellow when you're coming from the bar across town. That lipstick red we don't talk about. I'm waiting on a bouquet that comes without. One for every white lie that's left your lips. There's one for every broken promise I forgive. A ribbon tied around your mistakes in a pretty vase, and we both know it, but we'll just call them roses. Roses. I don't know why you and I can't start over when the flowers die. All I need is for you to see they don't mean nothing to me. When there's one for that ring burning on your hand, and one for every wilted second chance. A ribbon tied around your mistakes in a pretty vase, and we don't show it, so we just call them roses. Roses. Yeah, we'll just call them roses.
Song number 2.
An old red Folgers coffee can keeps your money safe. That country crock tub keeps last night's supper safe. Broken in hand-me-down Levi's fit a whole lot better the second time. There ain't much round here that goes to waste. A little weathered, a little worn. Don't mean it ain't as good as it was before. Don't toss it out. Someone around here will find use in it. Let the life left in it live a little more. Pass it off, pass it down. All good things come back around. A bit of good advice or the family Bible, it all gets recycled. Well, sister set her wedding date for next spring, and she'll be wearing the dress that Mama wore in '83. She ain't asking for nothing new. Her something blue is borrowed too. She's just hoping to get her hands on Mama's recipe. A little weathered, a little worn. Don't mean it ain't as good as it was before. Don't toss it out. Someone around here will find you in it. Let the life left in it live a little more. Pass it off, pass it down. All good things come back around. A bit of good advice or the family Bible. It all gets recycled. It's how I grew up, it's what you do. Old's worth more than something new. A little weathered, a little worn. Don't mean it ain't as good as it was before. Don't toss it out. Someone around here will find use in it. Let the life left in it live a little more. Pass it off, pass it down. All good things come back around. Old guitars and cowboy boots, clip-on earring heirlooms. A bit of good advice or the family Bible. It all gets recycled. It's gotta get recycled.
We had a great radio interview on the 19th of May. Her name is May, M-A-E, Miss May Estes. She is from Hope, Arkansas. That song is called Recycled. This show is not recycled, but it is replayed on 13 other radio stations, so we appreciate each and every one of them for doing that. The first song I ever heard from May Estes was the previous one. It is called Roses. I found her on that great little app called TikTok. Go follow May Estes on TikTok and all over social media. She does this cool thing on Mondays called May Day Mondays. You got to check that out. And she plays a lot of acoustic stuff, and she will definitely take your request, and she is fantastic. Her latest single has a video attached to it. It is on our TV channel, ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.com. It is called Thinking About Cheating from May Estes on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio.
I've been waiting on the end of that game. Come sit at the table and I'll pour us a couple drinks. I got something that I gotta say. I'm just not sure how, but there's a few shades of gray we didn't cover when we said those vows. I've been thinking about cheating, though I don't have a reason to cross that line, and I just had to tell you, 'cause it's though I don't have a reason to cross that line. I just had to tell you, 'cause it's something I never thought I'd do. Ain't thinking about leaving, but I've been thinking about cheating. I ain't thinking about leaving, but I've been thinking about cheating.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country.
I love absolutely every single song they play.
This station is dangerously good.
This is Today's Country.
I like the music. I like the DJs.
There's even more to like.
I like everything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country.
New country.
New country.
New country.
When the storms come blowing out of nowhere and your good time starts slipping away, when it feels like the world is stacked against you, just hold on and keep the faith. You've got to hold on when the seconds turn to hours. Hold on when the darkness seems to win. Don't you believe you're just a pawn in its power? Let it roll off your shoulders till a new day begins. You've got to hold on. You got to hold on. Just hold on. When all hope feels lost and there's nowhere left to run to, when you're all alone with your back against the wall, you can't see how you'll ever get around it. Just hold on in the face of it all. You've got to hold on when the seconds turn to hours. Hold on when the darkness seems to win. Don't you believe you're just a pawn in its power? Let it roll off your shoulders till a new day begins. You've got to hold on. You got to hold on. You're not alone. There's a light that's still shining. It'll find a way to get to you. Hold on when the seconds turn to hours. Hold on when the darkness seems to win. Don't you believe you're just a pawn in its power? Let it roll off your shoulders till a new day begins. You've got to hold on. You got to hold on. Just hold on. You got to hold on.
Song number 2.
Taking down that faded sign that finally sold that old house of mine. Farmhouse, kitchen, and empty rooms. Big oak tree from where I watched the moon. Hidden up high in them whispering leaves. Best of my childhood memories. Built from daddy's love and sweat. Filled with peace and my innocence. Those four walls got to talking. The stories they'd be recalling would tell you everything about who I am. I spent half my life dreaming out loud, 10 feet high above the ground. I grew wings like big boys do. That old abandoned tree house gave me roots. Yeah, my roots. I remember Daddy cussing up a storm when that rusted hammer smashed his thumb. Mama bringing us some chicken and biscuits. There's so a needle to dig out the splinters. A secret password if you want it in. A crooked ladder to an old rope swing. Summer rain dancing on the tin roof. Spin the bottle with a perfect view. If those four walls got to talking, the stories they'd be recalling would tell you everything about who I am. I spent half my life dreaming out loud, 10 feet high above the ground. I grew wings like big boys do. That old abandoned tree house gave me roots. Yeah, my roots. Every board and every nail has its own story to tell. Ain't nothing but a minute growing up in it. The walls know everything. Yeah, everything. 'Cause I spent half my life dreaming out loud, 10 feet high above the ground. I grew wings like big boys do. That old abandoned tree house gave me roots. Yeah, my roots. That old tree house of mine, it gave me my roots. It gave me my roots.
You can check out the video to Roots and Hold On. Both of those songs have videos, and they are on our TV channel, ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.com. His name is Danny Terrell. He is from Springfield, Missouri, just about 45 minutes north of Branson, Missouri, where I am broadcasting the show live from tonight. The third single in the triple play for Danny Terrell is called In a Little While on today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
I've been thinking at night while the world's asleep, dealing with the waves of emotions that run deep. Butterflies keeping me awake, create a nervous smile I can't hide. The only thought that saves me is knowing you'll be here in a little while. My world will change. Your love cuts right through my convictions and my stains. Gives me a strength to get through my trials. Just know I'll be with you in a little while. This life's a vapor, but right now it's passing by so slow. A second is an eternity when love steals the soul. The unpaid road that lies ahead might be a wild ride, but I'm ready to take it. That's when I fall into your eyes. The path becomes clear. In a little while, my world will change. Your love cuts right through my convictions and my stains. Gives me the strength to get through my trials. Just know I'll be with you in a little while. You found the perfect dress and everyone loves the ring. Changed my future with yes. It's still so hard to believe. In a little while, my world will change. Your love cuts right through my convictions and my stains. It gives me the strength to get through my trials. Just know I'll be with you. Just know I'll be with you in a little
In a world, there was one man, Tim Kelly, and there was only one radio station, Indie Country Radio.
That's a once-in-a-lifetime sky shining down on us tonight, ain't it, baby? Got a moon that makes two kids get together like we did, ain't it, baby? The song on the radio ain't the same, but it still feels so damn right. When you're lying in my arms, stealing my heart, the way you did that first time is kinda crazy. Ain't it, baby? Ain't it, baby? It's a kiss on a night like this. Yeah, that's just about as good as it gets, ain't it, baby? It's a feeling like we can take this ride as far as we want to take it, ain't it, baby? The song on the radio ain't the same, but it still feels so damn right. When you're lying in my arms, stealing my heart, the way you did that first time is kinda crazy. Ain't it, baby? Girl, this must be love we're making, 'cause it's always so amazing, ain't it, baby?
first time. It's kind of crazy, ain't it, baby? Ain't it, baby? Ain't it, baby? Ain't it, baby?
Song number 2.
That girl burned me about as fast as I'm burning these Winstons. She took my reason for living and then some. Everyone tells me I'm gonna be fine. This heartache will give in if I just give it time. They mean well, but they don't know the hell I'm going through. It's gonna take whiskey and Whitney to get me over her. Since I'm no stranger to the rain, guess we'll start with that one first. I'm gonna hold up somewhere, crawl in a fifth with that worn out CD of his greatest hits. It's gonna take whiskey and Whitley to get me over her. A double shot of Tennessee courage helps me not to remember that I ain't shaved in 3 days. I ain't been going round no mirrors. I wished I could sing along with I'm over you, but that's a far cry from the truth. To my Kentucky bluebird, does a Birmingham turn around? It's gonna take whiskey and Whitley to get me over her. Since I'm no stranger to the rain, guess I'll start with that one first. I'm gonna hold up somewhere, crawl in a fifth where that worn out CD of his greatest hits. It's gonna take whiskey and Whitley to get me over her. Yeah, I'm gonna hold up somewhere, crawl in a fifth, play them old hurting songs they don't ride where to hit. It's gonna take whiskey and Whitley to get me over her. It's gonna take whiskey and Whitley to get me over her.
That is our good friend Josh Ward. He is from Montgomery, Texas. We got to meet him in person a couple of years ago while he was doing a show in Springfield, Missouri at the Southbound Bar and Grill, just about an hour north of Branson. That is called Whiskey and Whitley. That is about whiskey, of course, and Keith Whitley. His songs and his music finally getting recognized, and he is finally being inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame. Congratulations to Mr. Keith Whitley. And before that, a great song by Josh called Ain't It Baby. Well, ain't it flying, baby? It's flying by tonight. Show's almost over, but I do have time for one more, the third one in the triple play from Josh Ward. Never made it to FM radio. Man, I don't know why. This is a hit song, in my opinion. It is called Together, and it has been great to be together with you tonight on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
There's a lot about me that you don't know. There's a whole lot of things that I don't show. But you can tell when something's weighing on my mind. You always find a way to make things right. Oh, but girl, you got me pouring my heart out tonight. You're the rock to wrap my arms around, my true north when I'm headed south, a lighthouse in my darkest harbor. When I think it couldn't get any harder, you calm the seas when the waves get rough. I'm sinking down, you lift me up, shelter in the stormy weather. Even when I'm holding you, you're holding me together. I won't lay my burdens down on your back for you to carry. That you understand, it's just a part of me being a man. Oh, but girl, you got me pouring my heart out tonight. You're a rock to wrap my arms around, my true north when I'm headed south, a lighthouse in my darkest harbor. When I think it couldn't get any harder, you calm the seas when the waves get rough. I'm sinking down, you lift me up, you give me shelter in the stormy weather. Even when I'm holding you, you're holding me together. My arms around my true north when I'm headed south, a lighthouse in my darkest harbor. When I think it couldn't get any harder, you calm the seas when the waves get rough. I'm sinking down, you lift me up, give me shelter in the stormy weather. Even when I'm holding you, you're holding me together.
Once again, our good friend Josh Ward from Montgomery, Texas, and a great tune called Together. Once again, it has been great to be together with you tonight. And I want to thank my special guests, Richard and Jane from One Ugly Cowboy, Toronto, Canada's finest. Go check them out on their website, oneuglycowboy.com. Tell them Tim Kelly sent you over there, and we will be doing more radio interviews with those fine folks. They are fantastic. I want to thank Matt Soliday for being here tonight. His music is fantastic as well. Got a little tribute to Tom Petty in there tonight. That's good stuff. Join me tomorrow night, Friday, 7 p.m. Central Time, live from Branson, Missouri, and live on our website, KICR At 7:30, my special guest will be Courtney Bowles. At 8:30 p.m. Central, Miss Sydney Hansen will join the program. We'll get to hear the stories behind those songs of some talented female artists as well. Today's Country with Tim Kelly is produced by Tim Kelly Productions. Like us there on Facebook, and we will like you right back. Until next time, I will see you on the radio. Bye-bye, everybody.
I can put you in